candidate here, and with me today I have Melinda Hardy. How are you?
Good, thank you.
And you're running for
Navajo County Superior Court Judge, Division 2.
Division 2. Okay, cool. And does that cover an area? What area is that?
It covers all of Navajo County, which includes the reservations, the White Mountain Apache tribe to our south, and then the northern tribes Hopi and the tribal, I'm a member of the Navajo Nation.
Okay, so I noticed when you were at the forum the other night, you actually did your introduction in, I'm assuming, Navajo. Yes? Okay,
Yeah.
that's very good. So talk to me a little bit about your background and how it applies to the position you're running for.
I've been a lawyer since 1997. I was licensed in Arizona. I started off working as a tribal attorney over at Colorado River Indian Tribes. And then I went to working as a school law attorney over at Mangamall, Stoops and Warden. And with that, we did a lot of work with schools, with grant charter schools. At that time, just in the communities, they could only have grant schools for like K through third grade, and then they couldn't have any other schools came in. And so around then the charter movement was starting, and schools were getting on the reservation were getting creative, and they brought in charter schools. So they had grant charter school.
Okay.
And so I worked with the grant charter schools with that, and then after I was I went to Arizona School Board Association, and I worked on policies, and I wrote school policies for the state of Arizona, and then went into private practice for dependency. And yeah, I have just a wide range of different types of experiences that I feel can help prepare me for this position. After that, proud to say I was a stay-at-home mom. We had a family emergency in Colorado, and we moved back to Colorado, and we cared for my husband's grandmother. And then after, some time and she had passed, then we moved back to Arizona. And then I worked at Davis Miles for their prepaid legal. And I was a prepaid legal shield attorney. I did 24 to 30 consults a day to people, our members in all areas. Social Security, workers' comp, insurance, auto accidents, bankruptcy, business law, employment. So I really learned a lot of different types of law to be able to help people. And then I also am proud that I got the People's Choice Award that was voted for by the members for just for how you help people and how people would ask for me. So I like doing that. And then after that, I went. And my husband was always telling me, oh, you should, work for the tribe. And we were in Holbrook, and so I went and worked for Navajo Nation. And then after that, short period of time, then I went back into private practice and did dependencies, court appointed for guardian ad litem cases, and for and let me explain real briefly what dependencies are, because I did that also at Durango Court in Maricopa County as well, when I was after Arizona School Board Association, and that's when parents get their children taken by Department of Child Services, and so it's removal of children's a fundamental right, and so attorneys are appointed to assist the parents, and they're also appointed to the children as guardian ad litem if they're young, and then older kids will get an attorney. And sometimes they'll be a guardian ad litem and an attorney. And I did that for quite a few years at the county. And I was also on the DNA People Legal Services governing board. And there was a lot of things that needed to get made for the better for DNA Legal Services. So after I had but 2019 I had a invasive lobular breast cancer diagnosis and a double mastectomy, and was dealing with being deathly afraid of dying during surgeries. And so when you're fear of death, you make every day living more, you have to get more out of it,
Yeah.
and I looked at how I can help the most people. And so I also, during this time, became a health coach, a certified health coach, and I went to work at DNA People Legal Services as a managing attorney over in Flagstaff at Coconino County, and saw a lot of how their programs were run there and how, wow, they've been doing it for so long. It would be nice to bring some of their programs here to Navajo County, such as the recovery court, mental health court. Now they have
So,
different.
so on that point, before we get a little
Okay,
bit ahead,
sorry.
so no, just to give you the setup, because typically I ask, what are 3 things that you would do, and not different than anybody, but what are 3 things that you would bring to the position that you feel are unique or would be your focuses? What would that be?
Well, the 3 things, for sure, I would love to explore what other counties are doing for their populations. We are, I think, unique here with the White Mountains. We're similar to Flagstaff in terms of, well, the beauty. People want to live here. The high cost. Flagstaff is a little bit more on the high cost. They've really exploded in terms of their population problems with renting. You have people in trailers with an extension cord, and that's their rent. And so I would like to see some of the things that they have done addressed here. And one of the things is what I've talked about with the recovery court, as well as the mental health court, which are different specialty courts. Now, it doesn't mean that people get off by doing things, because they do have stringent hoops that they have to go through, even in phases that they do with the Coconino County courts with these programs. Another things I liked that they did that I would like to see brought in is they have regular quarterly meetings with their legal aid, and that is just amazing. We were able in those meetings to discuss, how do we make the court better for people who are representing themselves? If there was an issue with service on a divorce with a little nuance of one little, we had the Coconino Law Librarian there. We had the court administration and the assistants, and then attorneys in the community who also dealt with low-income population, and who were volunteers with our volunteer lawyer projects. And it was a collaborative, communicative effort to help the people of the community, and that's what I would like to see more of. I'd like to also, look and see how other counties are streamlining their finances and tightening up, and I'd like to see more financial accountability. I was very disappointed with when the juvenile got taken out of our county for the detention, and it makes it hard on the families. But we're all, struggling to do the best. And I see, we have all types of economic types of factors and people of different economic backgrounds here in Navajo County, from the reservations where people need food bank food.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Please donate to food bank food places. That's greatly needed. I mean, I see also a real lack of services that are available in Navajo County, especially with mental health types of services. And, I would like to at least, explore to see what other counties who also have that lack and what they're doing, and more collaborative and communicative efforts, so everybody has resources.
Very good.
And I'd like to see a proper stand down, a proper veteran stand down. My dear departed uncle was a veteran, and I'm very strong for veteran rights.
That's awesome.
And I was glad Judge Nielsen is doing our Veterans Court, but I would like to see a proper stand down with the court there, and with the prosecutors and the public defenders, so people can get their lives back in one swoop, and that would be nice to see.
Cool. Finally, let's just chat a little bit about, the election day is coming up here. It's next Tuesday. So that's a primary. Now, do you go from the primary and have to be in the general, or is it just the primary that's going to determine your...
It will be just the primary.
Okay,
This
so
is the
everything's
primary
determined here.
election just between Democrats. against my opponent, presiding incumbent Judge Higgins, and myself.
Okay.
And there's no Republicans on the ticket, so
So final thing to say to them, why they should vote for Melinda Hardy.
I would say to vote for me because I really want to help our community. I'm a part of our community. We've lived in Holbrook for 9 years. My children have gone to school there locally. A lot of people don't know I'm a lawyer. I don't go around saying, you know, I'm more than somebody. I'm known as the lady who gives out baked goods during Christmas time to the post office and Safeway workers. And since I live in the community, I know a lot about our issues with the community, and I have training and background and experience that, you know, I really don't want to go to waste. And as a health coach, it's taught me greater learning, and I think it's brought me to a place where I do have confidence and I know I can do this. And I'm not worried at all about the training because, you know, oddly enough, they do have a judge school and they do send training, and I'm willing to work hard and to learn what's necessary and to make timely rulings and to, you know, work hard for the people of Navajo County. And so I'm just asking for opportunity for that, and for those who have voted for me, and thank you. And for those who've got, you know, on the ballot with your signatures, thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated, and I'm just very honored just to be on the ballot and in this position to begin with.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Melinda Hardy, once again, running for Superior Court of Navajo County, District 2.
Division 2, yes.
Or Division 2. Thank you. Hey, that's going to be it for this episode of Your Vote 2020. I'm Birdman reminding you, go out and vote.